are here. We are in the games. This is map number 1 of Group A. And over here on the left of Secret Springs, we have our orange Zerg, currently teamless. It is Emergence. And his opponent on the right side of Secret Springs, representing Infinity Gaming, the North American branch. This is the teal Terran. TerranitUp. Yeah. So far, we've got pretty standard openings. A gas first out of TerranitUp into barracks. And Emergence, looking like he's planning on taking his hatchery first. You're a little early at 14 supply, but kind of interesting play on Secret Springs. This map is so damn short that, I mean, even the slightest amount of greed can get punished if your opponent's going for anything decently aggressive. But TerranitUp probably just going to be going for a Reaper or two. Nothing super aggressive from what he's showing so far. We'll see. Emergence does manage to get his drone scout into his opponent's base, so he's going to see what's going on. Not a whole lot to read yet. I mean, this is just so standard what he's seeing. And the Reaper starts in the barracks for TerranitUp. Scouts, there's no CC first, but I mean, that's expected from what he saw in the base going on here so far. TerranitUp throwing down his orbital. Meanwhile, back in the Zerg space, we have the spawning pool coming up. Gas started here a little bit late, so he's not going to have speed as fast as possible here with his pool timing. But he will be getting it eventually, and that's crucial on this map in particular with the aggression that can be wrought. Personally, I like to goof around with this map and mess with these destructible rock towers in the center and kind of deny early pressure. Terran can bust through them pretty easily with Marauders in the early game, but it is nice to buy yourself a little more time to get that third hatch down and saturate a little bit faster, a little bit grittier. Well, Emergence actually pulling 8 drones there to chase away this Reaper. Almost getting us around there. This is almost never worth it to do. If you're watching this and you're wondering, it's so difficult to get us around on a Reaper unless your opponent just totally botches their control. That you basically just want to run the drone that's taking fire away, start an extractor, start a spine crawl or something. But now the Queen's out, and now he has 4 lings. He'll be fine. He's actually not injecting right away or doing a creep tumor. He needs to get that inject going here as soon as possible. 2 Reapers taking a little bit of damage, but TerranitUp's got plenty of cliff space to work with here, so he's going to get away just fine, I think. He's actually forced out 2 more lings, and actually picks 1 ling up here. Gonna get a second, maybe a third before these Reapers are done, and I don't know if Emergence has enough lings here to really hold this off. These Reapers are actually getting quite a bit done. They're not gonna do a whole lot now that the Queens are out in force here, but it is nice for him to get this much done at least. And back at home, he's about to finish up his factory, start his 3rd command center. He's going to switch over the add-ons and start up his Hellion production, most likely. And Emergence needs to get his base going here. So he's sending out a drone. Actually going to start maybe a 3rd base up here at the north position here. So he's going to go for this left flank line here for his bases as he starts speed and an Evo chamber as well. And TerranitUp just macroing up, getting his 2nd base completed now. And he's going to start saturating that with SCVs while he gets his Hellions out to put on pressure. And the Reaper's coming in here again, getting a little bit more damage done. This is really nice for TerranitUp. He's got 3 kills on 1 Reaper and 6 on the other. That's way more than you typically get here, so this is just fantastic. These Reapers are just really for scouting. You just want to see what your opponent's doing, not really kill anything. At least you don't rely on that damage getting done with these Reapers. So it's really nice that it is. And Emergence, his drone count is kind of suffering because of it, both from his attention getting dragged away by these Reapers, and from just losing drones and Zerglings, and having to make more and more Zerglings that are not becoming drones. Gets 1 Reaper. Excellent there. The slowlings coming through for Emergence. Really needed that. But the 6 Hellions are nearly complete here, and those are going to be a real pain for Emergence. He's really low on lings, really, to deal with this many Hellions, and speed's just now finishing, but he doesn't have his Roach Warren even started yet, so he's could take a lot of damage from these Hellions. We'll see what he can muster here to hold that off. And TerranitUp actually going up to 8 Hellions here. So if he manages to just run into the Zerg's base, he's going to get a lot of damage. And all these Lings coming out in the middle of the map, they are lined up, and the Hellions are just going to roast all of them with 2 shots, and you're down to 1 Ling with 8 HP. And he manages to do 30 damage to 1 Hellion with all of his army. Now he has remaking 12 Lings, but you need a lot more than 12 Speedlings, even with perfect control, to hold off 8 Hellions and Reaper. 10 Hellions now, as 2 more make their way across the map. And TerranitUp getting his 3 barracks up, and his Tech Lab starport, which is starting to make a Banshee here. This is going to get real sketchy for Emergency. This is enough Hellions to nearly 2-shot a Queen. This is awful. Turning him into Hellbats right in front of the Queen here. Yeah, TerranitUp is in grave danger here. He has no Banelings. He has no Roachhorn. It's only halfway done. TerranitUp is looking to take a fast game 1 here. There it is. GG. We are back here for game number 2. This is Emergence versus TerranitUp, our ZVT, to start off the night here. This is Group A, round of 16 in Defender League. And this is Overgrowth for map number 2. Much more normal than last map on Secret Springs. And on the bottom left of Overgrowth, it is our orange Zerg, down 0-1 currently, looking to bring it back. It is Emergence, starting off this game with some fast gas and a fast pool. And up in the top right, our Teal Terran representing Infinity Gaming of North America. This is TerranitUp, up 1-0 currently. And he's opening exactly the same way as last game. And that's fantastic for him. He'll have Reapers out in time to see this coming, at the very least, and then react properly. Let's see what Emergence could get done. Not sure if he's going to get a whole lot done if he just commits to only Speedlings. I'd like to see him kind of stay on gas here. He's pulled off now, but if he gets some Banelings and just goes for a bust, he might be able to get something done. It's just relying on his opponent to miscontrol or something. And TerranitUp's getting ready to throw it on his second base, so if he gets enough Speedlings out, he might be able to get a cancel, delay that natural for a little bit. And he definitely needs to do something with this push, because at this point, he's just now going to start his natural hatchery, which is substantially later than you would normally get it in this matchup. Yeah, there's the natural of Emergence down, and TerranitUp imminently going to throw his down. There it is. So you see the first Reaper making it his way into the base here, and his buddy about to pop out of the barracks. But there's already Queens and Lings here since that pool is so early, so he shouldn't really get anything done here. Might pick off a Ling, but that's much better than losing a drone. So Queen pushes him away. So if Emergence can maintain his macro here, that was really what hurt him in game 1. Was the dealing with the Reapers really slowed him down. He couldn't quite handle what TerranitUp was bringing to him. And now the first Reaper has healed up from the damage it took from that first skirmish, and now the pair of them are coming in, doing a little bit of damage to this natural. Not a big deal. 2 Reapers not going to be able to do much to that building. Now there's 4 Speedlings out now, and Emergence should be able to chase these Reapers away once and for all here. But he actually isn't getting any more Lings, which is kind of a problem. If he just drones really hard, he's going to be decently in this game. Adding 2 more Lings on now. But with that really early pool and the really late natural hatchery, he should just make a bunch of Lings and try to get something done with them right now. I mean, he's got the 4 Lings right now, which is not enough to even handle these Reapers. There's 3 out for TerranitUp currently. And they would be able to just clean up the 6 Lings that are on the way now. Here comes Emergence, throwing up 10 more Lings in the production tab here. And he'll hopefully be able to get something done with these. Problem is he's going to move out with 6. And that, with the bunker finishing up right here, unless he manages to get a run by here, he's not really going to get anything done with these. He needs kind of the whole group here. He's just now resumed his gas in the last couple minute here. And he doesn't have a Baneling nest yet. So these Speedlings are just kind of clumping up here, ready to move in and try and get something done. Oh, the supply depot is coming out at the clutch timing. He's not going to be able to get a surround of the bunker. That surface area is not enough if he repairs, but TerranitUp is not repairing so far. Adds a Marine in the bunker at the 5th unit out here outside the bunker. Oh, but Emergence Band is attacking the bunker. He could have broken it. Wouldn't have had many Lings to bust through eventually, once it actually got through and the units were exposed. But he doesn't get the bunker at all now and just throws away his Lings for nothing. And he added on more lings here. He's getting his Baneling nest now, finally. But that's still almost a minute away here. By the time the Banelings are ready to come out, TerranitUp is going to have a Banshee on the way. And we'll have probably about 6 Hellions by the time this push actually comes in. And the problem for Emergence here is he only has 12 lings to his name on this side of the map. So even if he makes enough Banelings here to bust through this wall, kill most of these units, he's going to have a wee smattering of lings to follow up with. And you kind of need the Banelings to bust down the wall and then a massive flood of lings to go in and choke your opponent out. We'll see here. He's adding on his second and third gases, just now getting those saturated, adding on an Evo chamber and a lair. So he's looking to transition out of this with that third base coming up. But he's so far behind in drones, really. He's at 29 drones to 39 SCVs and 2 mules. He is in trouble here. As these 6 Hellions move out, they're going to get some free shots on these lings, pick off a few of them. Lings are going to manage to escape back home, but, I mean, there's nothing back home to really help them out. There's a bunch more lings on the way now. With the creep spread is actually pretty decent, so if he can get a surround on these Hellions in one fell swoop, he might be able to take care of them, but with some decent Hellion micro, TerranitUp is still in a decent position to get quite a bit of damage done here. Actually laying on the hurt on this third hatch here. And Emergence just going for the counterattack? Oh, nope, he's just going to go for a nice surround here. Oh, but these lings are split up. And tries to get a surround, picking off maybe a Hellion, but TerranitUp running, trying to get a few good shots off, and now he's trapped in the minerals. We're just going to clean this up. Loses quite a few lings with that, and TerranitUp successfully managed to force out a lot of lings, which are not currently across the map morphing into Banelings doing any damage, but they're just protecting back at home. I think he missed that Banshee as it flew overhead and might have seen it a little bit, but he does have the safety spores already in position. And a queen in the main. He just needs to make sure to not take too much damage to this, but he needs to drone so heavily right now. His only saturated base on minerals right now is his third. He's short on drones and gas in his natural. He's short on drones and gas in his main. Yeah, Emergence really needs a lot more drones here to be in any kind of position to maintain a decent Ling Bling Muta count here, as that's clearly his plan going up to the Spire. But the Banshee taking a little bit of fire, but just getting quite a few drone kills up. Now going to the transfuse on the drone. Oh, that was beautiful. He's up to 4 kills now in this Banshee. She is, 5 kills. This is hurting. Like I was just saying, Emergence needs to get more drones. And he hasn't even, he's just added on 10 more drones here. In total 13 now. Pumping out those drones, but this is a little bit late. I mean, you need that economy as early as possible. Now, if TerranitUp is way up in workers and he's getting ready to land this third base, as soon as that lands, he's going to be able to transfer a bunch of SCVs. And TerranitUp is going to be able to push away these slow Banelings here with these Reapers and Marines. Oh, and if Emergence can get a nice engagement here, he might be able to get in and do a lot of damage. But he doesn't really have the forces to commit to anything right now. He needs to be playing it safe and just drone. They've just got 27 drones at his third base here, while he's only got 10 in his natural and 13 in his main, and that's not counting the ones he's missing on gas. And he's trying to go for mutas right now, but he can only make 5. And he's missing a grand total of, looks like 6 drones on gas total that aren't mining. I mean, that's 2 full geysers that you just don't have. And you cannot successfully make enough Banelings and Mutas to get anything done here in this situation, especially with TerranitUp's macro really gearing up here. He's about in 4th gear here with his third base finished up, landed, and now started a mining, dropping the double mule there. And TerranitUp with 3 Banshees in his force, nice big ball of Marines and Marauders here with Widowmine support. He's just looking fantastic. We saw this in his group in the round of 32 that he doesn't switch over the starport to a reactor, like, ever. He just keeps it on there with just a single production on the starport. So he can get punished when his medevac count starts to get really, really low. And especially in these long attrition battles with Zerglings and Banelings, it can really hurt him. And he has no turrets here in place to deal with these mutas as they move in to try and get a little bit of damage done. Emergence, they're kind of idly doing a little bit of damage to this supply depot. But by the time he moves in with the mutas, there's already Marines and Marauders in position here. Manages to save his 6 mutas, which is nice. But he doesn't actually have Baneling's feet on the way yet. And his creep spread is not nearly good enough to make up for that. Emergence Where's your baneling speed, bro? Get that going, man. Oh, man. This is not going to turn out well for him at all if he doesn't get that baneling speed going. These mutas getting quite a bit done here. Really bold moving in over the army, but still hasn't lost a single one yet. And picking off quite a bit. There's not enough Marines here, and this overstim is a really big deal here. There's no medevacs here to help out. Emergence manages to snipe, but the Widowmine cleans up all the banelings. Oh no, Emergence. He was actually in a decent position here until that Widowmine hit. Oh, and with the slow banelings, I mean, you just can't afford to take those losses here. Oh, Emergence. Following up with the Hydra Den. Very non-standard here. But, man, TerranitUp going up to 2-2 here, finishing up in the next 3 seconds. Even with only one medevac with all this bio, which is just really not what you want to have. Like, if you look at his starport, he's got a bunch of medevacs queued up. And that's what we saw from him last game. Like, he needs to turn those medevacs that are queued up into another starport, which he is now. But, I mean, he could have 3 starports at the cost of those medevacs. As he moves out again on position on this third base, this bio is going to be really heavily overstimmed when he engages, but he just moves his lings in and loses way too many for free here. Baneling speed just now about halfway done. Emergence really needs to buy time for himself to wait here. And he's getting burrow, he's getting flyer attacks, he's getting pathogen glands, +2 melee attack, +1 carapace. I mean, he's just laying on the upgrades here. He's going to be in great shape if this game goes on for a little while. But TerranitUp with his 2-2 done now is looking to hit this attack and have it do a lot of damage. These slow banelings just getting massacred by the Marauders. And that is just, this is exactly what you expect to see when the Zerg opens with this kind of weird opening where you forget baneling speed, you're down on gas, so you don't have as many mutas to distract with, and now TerranitUp is just moving into the natural here. And I don't know if Emergence can muster anything to deal with this. He's got a bunch of lings coming out, but that's not going to do anything. There's GG.